Hello audience, welcome to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. I am your host, NuclearStorm, and today we will be looking at a 1v1 between Blind Noob and R.A. the Flash. Two high-rated players on the ladder playing UEF. So, Theta Passage, everyone knows the map. Everyone either loves or hates it. So let's get things started with the builds. Blind Noob going first lane 2P Gen 1 Mass Pump. Over here we have the exact same for R.A. the Flash, just counting he has his power generators in a different formation. First NG out for R.A. the Flash. No wait, that's Blind Noob. Forgive me. Same for R.A. the Flash. So both players, similar builds. Blind Noob did get a head start by starting a bit earlier. R.A. the Flash seemed to be AFK for the first 10-20 seconds of the game, as both the ACUs and scouts and other assorted land units are making their way onto the battleground. Mass to be reclaimed in the middle, mainly in these rocks. Not really much in the structures. They're not really that good for mass. Scout for Blind Noob going to hopefully find a raiding force and ensure that he knows where it is and give the further combat units to dispatch of that threat. Over here are the Flash planning large land spam. As the same for but second air out for Blind Noob. That's gonna wait, no, this is third air. So third air for Blind Noob is gonna be interesting since not many people will build air on Theta Passage. Wall being planned for a UEF player. And it's an engineer. Don't know where he is. He's right here. But you might want to think twice. Oh, we have micro being used to good success to the striker who got 2 kills and was promptly dispatched by almost killing the engineer. 4 more shots, but he got it. Bomber out for Blind Noob will hopefully stop the fight. Over here we have units gathering for both players. Blind Noob's forces ran over as the bomber fails to drop its bomb. UEF bombers are most likely the worst. I mean, just look at how badly that missed. Blind Noob's ACU meeting R.A. the Flash's ACU in the middle. Blind Noob taking the reclaim advantage and the score advantage, but lots of forces pouring into the side of Blind Noob's territory, killing mass extractors and possibly taking power. Units are being sent out to kill that, but they're few in number, but there's enough units here to take care of this threat. Engineer 2 might die, but it looks like R the Flash will get away. Well, no, he won't get away. All his forces were destroyed. Complete annihilation over there, but it lost quite a few units for Blind Noob. A few units gathered over here to stop raiding. Blind Noob's ACU just walking around, claiming an X for himself. Get around 15 seconds on, and it pays for itself. R the Flash taking over the small expansion. Only one on this map. Over here we have that force being... Wait, no, that force is way out of position. It's going to get a few kills, but we have that over there. Over here R the Flash just vetting up a little bit. 10 kills. He's already halfway to his next vet. Stalling mass. Blind Noob beating him there. More reclaim for... Oh, there's almost twice as much reclaim for Blind Noob. There's a lot of reclaim on this map if you know where to look, apparently. Over here we have another combat. R the Flash appearing to have the numbers advantage, but units going through that open gap, taking advantage of no units to defend. R the Flash and Blind Noob just sitting around each other. This force has been spotted out, and his units are just being spammed out to kill it. Over here, the small force did die. But it looks like these... But just we have complete domination of this top area for R.A. the Flash. He is going to capture the 2 mexes, and he's even got mexes on Blind Noob side. Tank almost slipped through, but was promptly dispatched by 10 or so tanks. Blind Noob deciding he needs to back up. armed with a ACU and units, he would not be able to combat it since his units were far behind him. He's taking a lot of fire. Ari the Flash is also taking quite a bit of fire. Both are apparently going to back off. Nothing too interesting happened. Over here we have combat happening as both players try to get an advantage on one another. Airs for Blind Noob as Ari the Flash has just started his air factory and minimal power. I mean, look, he is on the verge of power stalling, but he's not. But he has more mass now. With more map control comes more mass. Ari the Flash taking a bit of fire, but going to shrug it off. He has plenty of units to support him. Over here, that force was annihilated by Blind Noob, and he now has a clear way in, but will most likely get out-spammed again. Lots of units stuck in the base, but plenty of power. Almost a 10 difference in mass. That is insane. Both are probably stalling. Yep. Excellent use of bombers by Blind Noob. Damaging the force of his enemy. Very good. That's very good. Ari the Flash is going to jut in for a second. Bombers are going to attempt to punish that. That bomber is quickly dispatched out of the air as AA is now being built. Air Supremacy is going over to Ari the Flash now as he now has AA in all his forces and the bombers cannot go with impunity. He also has interceptors on the air, so that will also make this pain. Blind Noob needs to stop making bombers. Needs to start making interceptors. But with that mass deficit, he is probably having trouble. Well, both players. Blind Noob actually is getting a lot of reclaim. He's almost at 5,000 reclaim. ACU getting spot trying to snag some reclaim. Is promptly punished with a few shots to the face. Over here we have a bomber doing okay. They're not really good bombers. Blind Noob's force retreating into the choke point, hoping to get some focus fire down. Blind Noob is going to retreat, as so does Ari the Flash. Chances are they both have radar coverage of each other's base. Ari does not have as much radar coverage. He should probably get some of that. Over here just feels like never-ending combat. There is so much mass. But we have Ari the Flash taking advantage of it. He is promptly going up the reclaim marks, but now that he does not have enough, he's being punished for not making enough power. He should be making more. That punished him greatly. Over here we have Blind Noob just vetting up a little bit. Has he gotten his first veterancy? 3 kills away from veterancy. Interceptors being shot down for both players. And we have T2 out on the field for Blind Noob. Here's his factory. Spamming Mongoose. Or Mongeese, since there are multiple ones on the field. Ari the Flash getting the... I'm pretty sure that's the gun upgrade. But we'll find out. I always get them wrong, so we probably will find out it was the other. But gun upgrade would most likely help him in this case, since he is facing spam, and it would take too long to build a Tech 1 or 2 point defense. Though the extra health and regen is quite enjoyable with the D2 upgrade. Mass is basically even. Blind Noob taking a 2,000 score lead. T2 is doing some raiding for Blind Noob. Kiting the lower tier tanks. Ari the Flash most likely knows what to do. He has a T2 line factory, getting a T2 engineer, most likely going to go for T2 power. Now, do we have any Tech 2 mexes from these players? I'm pretty sure it would be punished. Yep, we have right here. Blind Noob is teching mass extractors. And he is making point defense. So Blind Noob is doing a logical thing. Oh, this force is getting caught out. The tanks are rushing in to try and kill it, but they slip away as more tanks come in to attempt a ambush. But that force is going to get destroyed. This force is coming in to attempt to stop it. This force right here needs to go and steer that off. Ooh, this force gets destroyed. This one pulls back. Waste of units for both players. Well, no. Ari the Flash defended it, but all the units are pouring out down to the south area of the map. Ari the Flash did get the T2 upgrade, but there are T2 mobile missile launchers, which are nullifying the advantage of Tech 2 point defense. So it's 300 damage on a missile. That is new. As those mobile missile launchers are now running. But over here we have a large fight happening with T2 versus T1. But superior spam numbers for Ari the Flash and superior tech for Blind Noob. This force will be annihilated, but this one also is coming in to back it up. While RA Flash also has units that are able to corner Blind Noob. He has a few pillars, but those can easily be overcharged. Chances are. Nope, no power storage. Power storage. So RA Flash cannot overcharge at the moment. Blind Noob playing a dangerous game, jumping in and out of fights with his Mongoose. He is just probing and pulling units to either A, defend, or B, to kill. He has T2 point defense trying to hold the choke points. It'll help for a little bit, but we will soon be seeing... We're seeing mobile missile launchers out for Ari the Flash. But since he is not doing too well in the point defense war, he should most likely just go to straight up combat units. We still have even low HP Mongoose kiting mobile missile. And we have a Tech 2 point defense creep out for Blind Noob. But with mobile missile launchers, that's not going to be as efficient. Maybe we'll see a gun on Blind Noob. He needs to think about something. Alright, the Flash is getting hit promptly by a few missiles. Interceptor goes down. They will most likely begin switching their targets soon. Over here, we had a raiding force that killed that Mass Extractor. Over here, Alright, the Flash is again enjoying the benefits of war. As he gets... He still does as nowhere... Well, he's gaining... He's getting close to Blind Noob's reclaim numbers. We have UEF TMD going up. So essentially, unless you have 10 of them, none. UEF TMD are horrible at what they do. But we have lots of point defense out for Blind Noob. He has a place to retreat. But there's a lot more spam on the field for Ari the Flash than there is for Blind Noob. As we see him just being repaired. He is a point defense and buzzkill. As we have shields up on Blind Noob's forces, which greatly increase their durability. We see an attempted radar that is promptly being abandoned, it looks like. Over here, point defense still holding the line, but are getting targeted by mobile missile launchers and will promptly fall. As a buzzkill shows its worth as it has trouble shooting down missiles. It just freaks out as we watch it happen right here. It's going to begin to freak out. Nope. Well, either way it died. End of story. Are we going to be seeing T3 soon? Nope. So it's tech versus quantity. So this is going to be a tricky game for both players. Map control going to Ari the Flash, mass to Blind Noob since he has done more teching. He's now up to 2 Tech 2 Mass Extractors, maybe up to 3, if I haven't seen it yet. And he has 540 power. He is leading that race. Blind Noob is going to discover there is Tech 2 point defense. He is going to retreat, not wanting to waste time pounding on that when Tech 1 forces could easily box that force and kill him and destroy it. Over here we have bombers trying to do something. Lots of mobile missile launchers out for Blind Noob. It's not really the unit he needs. He needs to move this force over there, but he will have trouble if this force decides to come in like it is now. He's got quite a bit of point defense, but that's not really what he needs. This force backs off. This one's probably going to attempt to come in. We see UEF TMD failing at what it does. As you see, it freaks out over one missile. It promptly goes down. As over here we do see TMD being killed by mobile missile launchers. We are seeing a slight push right here. Units are being... A small section of Blind Noob's units are being sent to dispatch. A Mongoose caught out where he shouldn't be. He might die. Yep, he dies. He did not micro properly. Massive reclaim field that is Tech 2 power. Okay. But so much reclaim that is going the way of Ari the Flash. He's most likely surpassed Blind Noob in the reclaim numbers now. Yes, they are on par, but with more reclaim opportunities, Ari the Flash will promptly take advantage of that and perhaps take the win for it. Blind Noob not getting the map control he needs, going for a parashield spam, which is making him power stall. He does not have enough power to do that. Negatives. Yeah, he's using 1200. That's almost double what he's actually producing. He is looking. Blind Noob is reclaiming and trying to get a mass extractor that will almost guaranteed be destroyed in the next fight. Over here we have a nice T2 force ready to defend against Tech 1 Artie. Do we see this is the gun upgrade. This has to be the gun upgrade. It's gotta be. And Artie the Flash is taking a lot of hits for it. But with that ability he's got gun but no power storage. But now he can finally say get done. He can finally get it done. He now has the ability to combat T2 units. Blind Noob going very dangerous. With T2 on the field and lots of T1, that's a very dangerous place for your ACU to be. Maybe trying to bait some advance. We see a parashield trying to be microed. Mongoose are going to run in through there as a massive battle is about to ensue over here. Blind Noob is outnumbered massively, but he has lots of point defense and TMD up. Was the tech the correct way to go? Sending in the Mongoose was a horrible way like that. He needs to kite with him. The pillars will help. But Blind Noob is massively at spam. He is probably going to lose this. I must say it now, he might just lose it here. Over here we have Lobos being prepared and amassed. As this force is damaged. As they cannot kite Lobos. But they'll certainly do their best. What the? Over here we have combat between the AC using their spam. Blind Noob's AC with Vet. Are the Flashes with upgrades and veterancy now. He is chasing down this force. No overcharge means he's not doing it too efficiently. Well, he has overcharge. He doesn't have enough power for it. Over here we have this Tech 2 raiding force still going to town. And it looks like it's going to be raiding in the middle of a large combat for Blind Noob, hoping to catch out Are the Flash unaware. When too focused on perhaps trying to kill the ACU as more point defense are being spammed up. Ari the Flash takes a few of those to the face and most likely things are turning around. Yeah, you should probably turn around there, buddy. That's what he does. Over here we have a nice large... Sorry about that. And over here we have T2 versus T1. Large amounts of units are in the back of Blind Noob's base. But we do have T2 that was in the back of Are the Flash's base. Both have not much real weight. Here it is. Yeah, there's a few mass extractors. I don't really know where they are with all these units in the way. Okay, so we have this force still trying to be killed. T2 mass extractors going down. This is Blind Noob's economy is still doing better. It has to be the reclaim. It's got to be. Whatever, he's still doing very well in his reclaim numbers. He manages to save the Tech 2 mass extractor as the Tech 1 bomber flies overhead trying to bomb stuff. But with Tech 2 flak out, that is promptly dispatched as we see Blind Noob getting any upgrade. He is going for the gun. And that might be his savior. Because if he uses overcharge, it will help a lot. It will help a lot. That's all I can really say. And over here we have RA the Flash's AC standing still. It will probably take a few mobile missile launcher missiles to the face, as units are sent in to help him. Bombers are being used to kill the radar. They don't want that being used. No wreck is left, so he has to completely rebuild another one, though chances are he would have probably reclaimed it. They're very cheap. What the? I just saw missiles coming from off the screen. Did anyone else see that? Ooh, but we have Tech 3 Mobile already out. And Titans. Is it going to be Percy's to the counter? And when will Blind Noob notice this? So first it was Blind Noob doing the tech advantage. Now it is RA the Flash. Blind Noob feeling a little Rambo. As we have lots of units. RA the Flash is really losing his focus. Having his units go every which way, not having separate defense forces. But he does have the Tech 3, which could make this interesting. We have 2 Tech 3 mobile arties out now, killing the Tech. I hear. And there we have it. The Titans are being used to kill T2. Blind Noob now seeing the switch to T3 will most likely begin in a second. First, he wants to get some Tech 2 build capacity out of his Tech 2 land factory. I mean, first I thought this was TML, but no, we have Tech 3 mobile artillery, and it does a lot of damage. But it appears that it's going to fall back. Blind Noob is attempting to take control of this expansion now. Bomber just got sniped. And a lot of mobile missiles everywhere. These guys have more mobile missiles than anything else. And you can see just how useless the UEF TMD has become. Ooh, Tech 3 already getting caught out. Blind Noob being very risky with that. He gets 2 shields under him to protect him. He needs to get back with those shields as a large force is coming towards him. And he's armed with relatively only mobile missile launchers. But they are doing a lot of damage since those units are not moving. It's a lot of damage. Tech 1 spam still very important. But we have Percival's on the field now. Which means ACUs are targets. Blind Noobs, yes, he is making the transition to T3. It will most likely become... Oop. We have Tech 2 power and shields now, so these Tech 1 power are free mass that just needs to be reclaimed. Over here we have RA the Flash playing it risky. Blind Noob has a shield and everything to go to. Well, you know what? Oh, there's bombers coming in. This could be bad for Blind Noob. But Blind Noob will most likely get away from this fight. But this Percy, this could change everything right here. 1600 damage, and if it's not, and it can, I'm pretty sure, outrange a UEF ACU. So Blind Noob's got to be careful or get his own. And it's Tech 3 mobile heavy. Oh, no, Percy's now. As we have massive bombing runs from both players happening. A spearhead. So we have Tech 3 mobile missile launchers now. Oh my god. I've never seen a 38-minute Theta. This is impressive. So we have a T3 1v1 on Theta. Sum it up right there. We have a raiding force that is thinking about going in but does not and is going to be killed by the force of pillars. The Percivals are staying with the commander. Does not want to get caught out from other T3. And is ensuring that he has his own forces. Well, UEF TMD did pretty good against that. Sorry about that. Over here we have Ari the Flash still being harassed by bombers, doing some dodging, but it does not really matter. He can regenerate the health very quickly. But he has just dodged a Percival shot. Is he going to overcharge it? He does overcharge it, but not before he gets a 1600 damage shot off. That's got to hurt. Blind Noob going into combat the ACU 1v1. Blind Noob decides to go back under his shields. Very helpful unit. As I expect to see Percival spam out. He's not going to deal with the Titans. He's going straight for Percivals. He wants to end this game as fast as possible, feeling that... Well, Blind Noob is taking a large advantage now over double the mass of his opponent. But we do have Blind Noob being very rambunctious with his commander. And with two Percys, 5,000 can go to 3,000 very quickly. He takes one shot to the face. He's gone down to 4. He's at 3.78 KHP. His shield goes down. He needs to back up. This could be the end for Blind Noob. He has forces going in. The Percival is not going for the ACU. Blind Noob is running and getting himself under a shield. He wants to get away from this superior Tech 3 force. He has 3 Percivals out on the field, though, that would do a lot to Ari the Flash. Ari the Flash is going to go and kill the shield generator that was hastily constructed, and will now promptly take a few Tech 2 point defense to the face, as he is able to take out some of Blind Noob's air. But there are a lot, and I mean a lot, of Tech 2 point defense out for Blind Noob. There are 8 out. As we have the Percys going on a attack force here, massive range, they will promptly destroy anything there. And Ari should not go out alone. He needs to get something else. I mean, if those Percivals spread out, he won't be able to overcharge them fast enough. He'll die. I mean, look. Right here, we have almost... There are not that many Percivals on the field for... We have Titans... And that's... I don't think he has that many Percivals. He has a Tech 2 point defense, which the Percivals could easily destroy. 2 hits from a Percival will kill a point defense. Blind Noob, noticing there are no Percivals in that force, is going to begin attacking it. The Percivals are going on a attack versus these Tech 1. Easy veterancy is basically what it is. Though I would rather have bricks for this. There's just way too much overkill on the Percys. Over here we have T2 coming down. It's going to promptly take away this area from Ari the Flash. Ari the Flash is now starting to feel very, very scared. He needs to eco up. Up. Must be a power stall. No? I'm interested in what Blind Noob's doing. I mean, he's almost all T2 mass extractors. Ari the Flash and Blind Noob's ACUs have decided to attack each other. Blind Noob's ACU is not in the best of positions. Ari the Flash, feeling this might be his only chance. He has 10,000 more HP than Blind Noob is going to... Is he going to follow? Nope. He's just going to get almost kited. But we have this force of Percivals promptly destroying other Percivals. But this force is going to retreat after being damaged by bombers and other such things. Ari the Flash taking a lot of damage, taking a few shots from Percivals as well. And a Percival could go down here. I mean, it'd be better if he got into his base, self-destructed, and reclaimed it, but I don't think it's going to get that far. He gets a dodge on it, which is pretty nice. He wants to keep that Percival alive, and he's doing very hard to do that. Ari the Flash playing really dangerous. No units. Has he conceded defeat? Could that be the case? Perhaps. That Percival goes down, and this force is moving in, feeling that one less Percival is going to make much of a difference. Which it could. Ari the Flash taking quite a bit of damage from Tech 2 point defense. And there are a lot of Percivals with Blind Noob. His AC was just fine. The Flash is in extreme danger now. Over here we have the Percivals kiting the T1. As we still have T1 bombers still being used. That is funny. I mean, it's a minute 47 in a 1v1 on Theta, and we still have T1 bombers out. But let's see. Still more Percy spam. And not as much Percy spam, but T2 air. And some teching finally happening for the Flash. He has quite a bit of reclaim in the back of his base he could use. But I think he's power stalling. He is, no, just messing. Yeah, this could possibly be the inform. And at minute 48, he dies. He was promptly dispatched by superior eco and better tech. So, hope you liked the video. If you did like it, leave a like and subscribe. Tell me what you want to see, and I will attempt to cast it. Send me replays, and you might get featured. So, thank you, and have a good